Yo, what is poppin', JBA fans? It is your boy Moody Claus, and we're back. We're back with another week 1 matchup. And today we have a battle for the ages. We have Coach Toulon, Coach Seviper 04 on the far side, and then on the close side we got Coach Fanci, coach of the West Virginia Wingulls. I don't know if these teams ever played against each other. If they did, they probably played season 2. But oh no, they definitely played last season. What am I talking about? But for those who don't know, Toulon last season had a randomized draft, and then now in season 4, if you watch Power Rankings, spoilers, both Jay and I think he has one of the best teams in the draft. So he goes from probably one of the worst drafts to one of the best drafts, and if you're looking at his side, there is reason to believe that, because on his side, he's got Swampert, Golbat, Mungus, and he's got the powerful, I'm in love with the Tapu Koko, and then he's got the Mega Gyarados, that nice shiny Mega Gyarados too, and then he's got the ultimate Wishmaker, Jirachi, and then on Fancy's side, Fancy's rocking out with Weezing, Dragonite, Magearna, Mega Medicham, and Donphan and Entei. So just looking at team matchup real quick, Mega Gyarados has a field day against Fancy's team. Mega Gyarados can get to like +1 because of Mold Breaker. If you had like Waterfall, Earthquake, and Ice Fang, then I think he just runs through the team real quick. I don't know if Mega Medicham can take a +1 Waterfall, but I don't know. But it will be really tricky. And even though Weezing is very defensive, Mold Breaker will stop its Levitate and hit it with a super effective Earthquake if Toulon is rocking Earthquake, of course. On Fancy side, you know, you're always in the match when you have Entei, Magearna, and Mega Medicham. Magearna obviously is a beast, even though Toulon's got a pretty good answer to it in Golbat and Mungus. That being said, those two cannot really handle Mega Medicham too well. Tapu Koko is totally going to be a problem for Fancy too. Tapu Koko just hits really hard and is really fast. I'm pretty sure Tapu Koko gets Grass Knot, so that could really destroy the Donphan. His one electric can resist, and you know, Tapu Koko just hits hard. But just judging by the matchup, got to give it to Toulon. Toulon's got one of the best teams, and he's got some really threatening threats, especially on that right side of the board with Tapu Koko, Gyarados, and Jirachi. Jirachi's very hard to deal with because you don't necessarily know what Jirachi would be, because it has that nice base 100 stats, and it's got that really clean type of Psychic Steel. But yeah, so let's get into the match. Let's do it. So Fancy leads off with Donphan, and Toulon leads off with Mungus, fearing the Giga Drain. For the Spore, he goes into Magearna, and he blocks the Spore because Magearna is a Steel type. He decides to Volt Switch into the Entei real quick, and Toulon goes for Gastro Acid, which is really crazy. I actually didn't know what Gastro Acid did, and then I found out that Gastro Acid neutralizes the ability of the opponent's Mon, opponent's like Mon, whatever. So I guess what he was trying to do was try to stop Magearna from having Soul Heart, or potentially like if you wanted to switch into like Medicham or Weezing, or even Dragonite with Multi-Scale. Pretty cool tech on Toulon's part. Haven't seen that one. I haven't seen Gastro Acid, but leave it to Toulon to always come with that heat. So getting back to the match, Entei versus Mungus. Toulon has to switch right here, and this is a free Sticker Fire. This is one of the freest Sticker Fires. So he decides to switch into his Swampert, and the unfortunately misses Sticker Fire. Kind of sucks, but I'm pretty sure Swampert can beat that up, being Water Ground. It's nice resist. So he's got to switch, and then he switches off to this to try to block the Earthquake. Toulon takes that opportunity to get his rocks up, and he just goes for a Will-O-Wisp, burning Jirachi. This could be good, and this could be bad. I mean, Jirachi could be special attack oriented, and Jirachi could be designed to take on the Weezing, especially with something like Psychic. but if he does have Iron Head, and if he's more physically attacking, then, you know, nice play, nice burn. Always good to get chip damage off on mons like Jirachi too, and start to wear it down. He goes for the Psychic, and his Donphan kind of does pretty well against it. And then he switches into Magirna to eat another Psychic. But then he gets this, unfortunately, Fanci gets his Spadef drop, so that is a problem. He decides to go for the Iron Head, and Toulon gets the flinch, and Fanci's luck is just not on his side right now. He goes for the Focus Blast, and you play Pokemon a lot, you know Focus Blast is also known as Focus Miss, and that Swampert has dodged Focus Blast and a Sacred Fire. That Swampert's got moves, it's shimmying all around, man. Damn. So Toulon uses the opportunity to try to Earthquake, but Fanci just blocks it with the Levitate on the Weezing. He doubles out, predicting Jirachi, and goes right into Sacred Fire. Nice play on Fanci's part. This is another free Sacred Fire right here. Toulon opts to just sack the Jirachi and let the thing die, and then he gets the Mega Gyarados in. And with the Intimidate, because it's pre-Mega, he can Mega right here and potentially get Dragon Dance off. He does have to worry about Sacred Fire burns right here, which could be problematic. So he goes into the Weezing right here, and then he Mega Evolves and goes for the Dragon Dance. So this play right here, I was kind of curious. He must have done a calc because he decides to end up switching into the Amoonguss. Now, he must have known, or he might not have had Earthquake, but with him not having Earthquake, well, not sure at this point in the match. He might not have had an Earthquake, so, or he might have run a calc and realized that, like, maybe Weezing could have, you know, lived a what's called a Earthquake at +1, maybe like could have got like some sort of Sugar Berry, predicting that scenario, and then get burnt, and then it would have been problematic. So he just Fanci just stays in and goes for the burnt, not worrying about no potential EQ from +1 Gyarados. And then he goes into Magirna. Both these mons kind of have difficulty hitting each other. You know, Moongus is just bad as fuck. Unless it has like HP Fire, they're not doing much to Magirna, but Magirna on the same token can potentially not do as much. But Fanci just has to go to Flash Cannon. The Amoonguss eats that up pretty nicely, about 28%, which is pretty good damage. He goes for another Flash Cannon, and then he reveals the HP Fire here. At least I think that's HP Fire. Yeah, no, it must be HP Fire, or it could be HP Ground. HP Ground would make sense, especially for something like Entei as well. But he would have to be worried about, missing an HP Ground on Weezing or Dragonite. So he's getting whittled down, this Moongus. He goes back to try to get some help with Regenerator. He goes into Flash Cannon right here. That Swampert eats that up pretty nicely. And this is a free Earthquake for Fanci, right? Or for Toulon, sorry. But he opts to not take the Earthquake and go for the Scald, and predicting him to go into the Weezing, perfectly fine play. So he right here is going for another Scald, sacking the Donphan, but it does have a Passion Berry, so it will not kill, but this next Scald will. And it does, so it's a 2-8 KO, and these rocks are here to stay in that. Him having the rocks up is pretty big because then it breaks Dragonite's multi-scale, and it limits the Entei switches because Entei will take 25% each time. Mega Medicham comes in right here and just goes right for the Drain Punch. It does not kill, and then now Toulon just goes for the Scald. He does not get the Water Burn, which he was probably hoping for. Fanci decides to go for a Substitute, which was kind of an interesting play. I'm not sure why he did that. Maybe he was like thinking Toulon would want to preserve the Swampert and, you know, try to switch out it's like Golbat or something, or I don't even know. Like, I'm not 100% sure what the rationale for that play was, but he easily breaks that sub, and then he just goes for another Drain Punch. But the health that he gets back, he's at 75% right now. But if he had not gone for that sub, he would have been at 100. So he would have been able to eat another Scald. But instead, you know, he's now at 23%. And now he is at 34. Fanci got a little lucky there, not getting burnt. But if he didn't sub, he would have been plus 25%, which would have been nice. Fanci decides to go for the Bullet Punch right here, the super effective Bullet Punch, or actual neutral Bullet Punch, sorry, because top of Coco is part electric. It does a clean amount of damage, it does 37%, but this Thunderbolt will bop this thing into the next dimension. He goes into Wheezing, thinking that he can tank Thunderbolt, but this is Tapu Koko. Tapu Koko is a beast. And then he goes into Entei right here, trying to get some damage off on it. He decides to go for the Extreme Speed, and perfectly fine play. Then he goes for the Stagger Fire. He is faster than Mega Gyarados, non-boosted, and he gets the Burn, which is really good for Fancy. But he Toulon decides to go for the Dragon Dance, and he will go for another Dragon Dance, I believe. Yep. And then so basically the Burn is neutralized by the double the +2 Dragon Dance, and now he's sitting at basically +0 and +2 speed. At this point, it's not looking good for Fancy. Mega Gyarados can kind of just clean up right here. So he goes for the Earthquake right here, and then his one hope is hoping that like Extreme Speed right now will kill, but he opts to go for the Extreme Speed and it does not kill. And then he just goes for the Waterfall, and that Entei's living. And then now he's at 6%, and the Dragonite comes in. This will kill right here. Fancy kind of has to go for the Extreme Speed if he has it, just like maybe run it back, but the game's over pretty much. He can go for the Ice Fang right here. The multi-scale is broken, and he will get back. Definitely good game to Toulon. Yeah, he played that game very, very well. Toulon's got one of the best teams. What do you guys say? Mega Gyarados kind of ripped a hole through Fancy's team. Very tough matchup for him. But yeah, that's a 4-0 win for Toulon and a 4 loss for Fancy to start week 1. It is still pretty early, so Fancy, if you're watching Ben, totally bounce back. Definitely good games to Toulon. Thank God I don't play him this season. But yeah, that's Moody Claws right here. If you want to check out my channel, link will be in the description below. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Moody Claws out. Peace.